How tobacco affects everyone. Smoking is everywhere. Smoking affects complete strangers, celebrities that we admire, and even the people we know and love. Smoking fills the air around us, and it will affect us whether or not we want it to. Smoking kills about 440,000 people a year in the US alone. Around 1/6 of those deaths are from second and third-hand smoking. Third-hand smoking is when nicotine residue clings to hair, skin, clothing, furniture, dust, and other surfaces around us. In children, second and third-hand smoking can cause pneumonia, ear infections, asthma, and other respiratory issues. Smoking has even more of an effect on pregnant women and babies. Smoking increases the baby and mother's heart rate and also increases the chance of miscarriage and stillbirth, as well as the risk of being born prematurely or with a low birth weight. In the past 50 years, over 100,000 cases of sudden infant death syndrome were related to smoking. Smoking can also cause many health problems, such as cancer, blindness, heart disease, and other potentially fatal health problems. But tobacco doesn't just affect us humans. Many cigarette butts are littered all over our environment every year. Many cigarette butts also end up into animal habitats. Animals don't know exactly what cigarette butts are, so they either leave them to pollute their habitat or they end up eating them, confusing them for food. But it doesn't just stop there. Many companies use animals to test their new products. For example, the companies Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds used animals to test the effects of sweeteners in cigarettes by forcing animals to smoke for long periods of time. So smoking affects animals, smokers, and even the people around the smokers. And smoking is not the only way to be affected by tobacco. There is also smokeless tobacco, which is tobacco that can be used by chewing or sniffing. Smokeless tobacco can cause high blood pressure, poor blood supply in legs, as well as blood clots in the legs, and also blood clots in the brain, which can then lead to stroke. In 2002, tobacco products caused an estimated 14,000 fires, 1,300 injuries, and about $371 million in property damages. The use of tobacco can eventually lead to an early death. And what's worse is that it could have been easily prevented. Tobacco use harshly affects everybody. It affects family and friends. Tobacco always leads to that what if factor of what if I never tried it that day, or what if I never offered it that day. The bottom line here is don't use tobacco and don't support the companies that distribute it. Why waste your time with something that could potentially kill you? With tobacco use, the cons very much outweigh the pros. Why do harm to yourself and others when you could be doing something so much more useful with your time?